This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones at tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Parrish, and you are listening to the Capes and the Lunatics Sidekicks Podcast.
What about our Quasar podcast, The Bottom Zone?
What about our Quasar podcast?
Wendell Vaughn, the first Earthman ever appointed protector of the universe. Bonded to the energy transforming quantum bands that are both weapons and symbols of the station, fights an ongoing battle to defend all life in the universe from cosmic evil as Quasar. Hello and welcome back to the Quantum Zone, episode 121. I am Phil. Joining me as always, master of the Quantum Zone.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
And the master of rapid hair renewal is...
This is me, Cy Sperling. I'm the president, and I'm also a client.
He just sprayed it back. He just sprayed it back on.
This is Matt Kona. Yeah, my hair is growing wildly.
Oh, is it like
sparkly quantum tentacles?
Getting there. I got sparkly quantum bangs.
So yes. I was gonna say, what are we gonna talk about? Comics. I almost, it seems like I'm almost gonna have like a normal week tomorrow, comic wise, because Marvel and DC, and it's gonna be almost pretty much at the level I usually get. Like number
Is DC doing their new distribution at this point, or?
Yeah, I mean the books were there today, but I told my guy, I'm like, when Marvel comes in, I'm not doing 2 trips. I'm just waiting. Will, I was telling Matt that Green Lantern 80th anniversary issue comes out tomorrow.
Oh, cool! Very cool. I think I've got that on my list, so hopefully I'll get it in the next shipment.
Because like Matt's like, oh, I might have to check that. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, feel free, but it's like a $10 book. So
yeah,
it's like one of the big ones. It's all the Green Lanterns.
Not to give free plugs, but Will, who do you subscribe from a service? You just order them online, or are you getting into a store?
I do go with Westfield.
Oh, okay.
And I don't get that many books at the moment, so. And it works well since we're not going out anymore. So we're not really going anywhere. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Did Will just announce his divorce?
No.
I'm not going out.
No, not going out, no. No, I'm pretty sure I'll be killed in my sleep someday, so there you go.
What the F?
Thank you, Ray.
Thanks, Ray.
Thank you, Ray. Oh, but did you see the big DC movie news?
No, what was the big news?
Michael Keaton name getting thrown around.
Yeah, they're talking about Michael Keaton making a return as some kind of Batman again, and in the Flash movie, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yes. So maybe we're doing multiverse. I'm like, oh, are they following in the footsteps of Logan? And are they going to do like old man Batman or something?
Is Bruce Wayne a Lyft driver?
Wouldn't it be old Batman instead of old man Batman, or Bat old man? I don't know.
Bat old man.
I don't know.
I put a ring to it. But I like it.
I could just feel the waves of excitement coming from Australia about this Batman announcement. Batman. Oh, did you guys? I think it's our time tomorrow night at like 10:45 p.m. Ray's hosting a watch party because I guess Moon Knight was on this week's episode of the Spider-Man cartoon.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he's doing a watch party tomorrow night. So because it's like I think it's 10:45 p.m. our time tomorrow, but it's like noonish his time. It'll be noonish his time Thursday or whatever.
So what Spider-Man? There's a current Spider-Man cartoon running?
Yeah, it's on Disney.
Yeah,
it's on Disney XD. Yeah,
Disney XD. Okay. If it was on the Disney Plus app, then maybe, but I don't know.
I don't know if they put how quickly they put them. I don't know if it might be on the Disney, but I don't know how quickly they put the new ones up.
Yeah.
I just know it's part of our cable, our direct TV.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
So yeah, big times for Ray, man. Moon Knight showing up in the Spider-Man cartoon. He was smacking around the Avengers a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and he's still showing up in Savage Avengers, right?
Who, Moon Knight?
Yeah, is he in Savage?
No, not
He's
yet.
just in the regular.
Unless he's going to show up soon. Yeah. Nope. Yep. Hopefully, he gets his own book soon, right, Ray?
Wouldn't it be nice if we had some Quasar appearances to talk about?
Well, hopefully soon in Guardians of the Galaxy. Come on, Al Ewing.
Yeah, you're gonna have to keep us appraised of that.
I will. Yeah, because I got the first 3, but I don't think they put out a new one, since comics have been back. So
yeah,
darn it. Yeah. Although, I think Al Ewing's Immortal Hulk returns tomorrow.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good book.
Oh yeah,
it's a really good book. Yeah. I got the first hardcover around here somewhere and read it.
They got my favorite Hulk. They got my favorite Hulk, Joe Fixit, in mind, if not in body.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and in pieces, he's that first arc, where they chopped him all up. That was, pretty. It's definitely a different book. He took it back to more of a horror.
Oh yeah,
body horror roots than it's. Yeah. So yeah, it's really good. Really good.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Let's see what else is coming out tomorrow. I know Batman's. Well, yeah, that's right, Ray. Batman's coming out tomorrow. Probably another one of the million parts of Joker War.
Yeah. Hey, I've been meaning to ask you guys, who is Ray's favorite character again?
Batman.
Thank you. Okay.
Meanwhile, can be listening to this, be like,
"What the f?"
Or I think he likes to call him DC's Moon Knight. That's how he likes to refer to that character.
What the
oh yeah, I'm only getting 3 Marvel books tomorrow: Immortal Hulk, Iron Man 2020, and Thor.
How's that Iron Man 2020 been?
It's all right. It's like Tony Stark's running around again. It's like, oh, I'm not a real person. I was brought back through artificial means, and I think it's only going 6 issues because I think they already said it's getting a new #1 again in, was it September or something? So
looks like they would do 12 #1s of 20. Iron Man 2020 #1, Iron Man 2020 #1, one for each month, right?
They just wanted an excuse to put Arno in the armor for at least 6 issues because it's Iron Man 2020.
Yeah,
Arno.
He's got those great gear, the gears on his shoulders. I mean,
yes, very practical. Yeah, just screams 2020.
That's right. Who knew?
But yeah, I mean, where was I going with that? Yeah, it's Dan Slott's been writing that Iron Man 2020, and just I don't know. He's right. I've had my issues with Slott, especially during his Spider-Man run. I didn't like Peter Parker as like Bruce Wayne. He was like rich, he had his own company.
Parker Industries.
Yeah. Although Superior Spider-Man was fun.
Oh, okay.
Doctor.
That was Doc, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And then he got a second series, Superior Spider-Man. He was like a cloned body, but then you know how they ended Superior Spider-Man?
No, I have no idea.
To defeat a villain, he made a deal with Mephisto. Sound familiar? And he put him back in his old body. Gotta bring it back to status quo every time, don't we?
What the
deal with the continuity devil, right?
Exactly. Oh, I forget what we were recording the other day, but like I kept hitting the button on Lilith. I was like, oh, I got to rename that to Lilith button. She's like, no, Matt Kona holds the record.
I agree. It's the Kona button.
Oh, thank you. That's my Punisher koozie.
Oh yeah, because I was telling Matt if you want to send feedback in for Ray for his next episode 151. He's going to be reviewing what if Venom had possessed the Punisher.
I think I remember reading that. That came out in the original or the second series of What If, right? The 80s series.
Yeah, this
second series.
I think this might be 92, maybe came out.
Yeah,
92.
Ran like 100 plus 150 issues or something like that.
I don't think it was 100. I don't think it was 150. Was it? I think it might have run was it like 112 or that? It was.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Not
That's
that
a good
much.
run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before, but my first comic was a What If comic. What if Craven had killed Spider-Man?
Craven's Last Hunt. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Number 17.
Now, the last time I left Ray feedback, as will probably leave for our issue, was for an Avengers issue, and I accidentally read the Avengers issue from the 60s. What was it, like 30 something?
33, yeah, because he wanted us. He wanted feedback on Avengers 33
Moon Knight,
that just came out. Yeah, because Moon Knight. Yeah, that's the one where Moon Knight kicks the crap out of the Avengers. Yeah, I sent him feedback. Lilith sent him feedback. Charlie sent him feedback. Of course, Matt Kona. He's like, "Oh, I read the wrong one. This is the one from the 60s. Oh, they're fighting the Sons of the Serpent. Oh, I'm the Moon Knight here."
So I did read the modern one afterwards, but I had read like half of it. I was like, I thought maybe there would be a Moon Knight appearance, sort of like if there was a Quasar appearance in like one panel of a new Warriors. And no, I was like, well, I've already committed this much to it because, of course, comics are packed with so much more words back then. And I'm like, man, I've already devoted like 20 minutes to reading that, so I gotta finish it. But
I still think it was on purpose, man. Crazy like a fox.
Yeah, so when Phil gave me the idea, pre-pod off camera about reviewing What If 44 from the original series, and that's a pretty good one. It's What If Captain America were not revived until today, meaning 1984. So.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember that one. Does it have multiple stories in it? Or is it just that one story?
I'm not sure.
I think it's just that one. It's been a long time since I've read that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's going to be Kona's new shtick. He's going to send in feedback. Oh, I read the wrong volume. Oh.
If they wouldn't have renumbered, this would not be a problem.
That's true.
Yeah.
Damn you, modern comics.
Renumbering. Spider-Man joins S.H.I.E.L.D. in it. I'm just flipping through it.
Oh.
But yeah, on Saturday when we recorded our first Captain America episode where we did Cap 327 through 331. Yeah, Matt Kona sent feedback for each individual issue. So we had 5 pieces of feedback. Yes.
Nice.
I think
you were saying that show went like, 2 hours?
A little over 2 hours. Well, yeah. Well, for most of the time I had Charlie. And then, Kona sent feedback for each you had at least 5 minutes for each issue, didn't you? Although the one might have been 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was around 5 minutes.
I think was lower. But yeah.
Say figure 5 issues around 5 minutes. Yeah, so 25 minutes was at least just Kona. And then Ray just sent a feedback, for the whole arc, for those 5 issues overall.
That ends up. Let's see. He gives up the costume in 332?
332.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's where you guys kick off next time. Awesome.
Yep. Yeah. So I was gonna say if you want to leave feedback or something, yeah. But I had to have Charlie on this first one at least because he's like a huge D-Man fan.
D-Man, yeah.
Because the one we covered, that's where Cap first meets D-Man.
Yeah, he showed back up in the Busiek and Perez Avengers, which are really awesome.
Yeah, it's because no one wanted to sit next to him because he was smelly.
Yeah, that's right. Nobody.
That's the other thing because I didn't record my feedback yet, but yeah, I read that What If issue for Ray, so I'll leave him feedback soon before this weekend. You know who wrote this one? Kurt Busiek.
Wow, that's cool.
See?
Very cool.
So, see, Will, if you're a fan of Busick, read that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm sure I read that or have it potentially. I'll have to read it again somewhere in the stack. I'm sure.
Yes. All right. Should we get to the issue?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that cover?
We're talking Guardians of the Galaxy 62, right?
Yeah.
Not
Final issue.
What if Volume 1, number 34? What if the Watcher were a stand-up comedian?
That's right.
Just checking. Double check.
Literally, the only person that doesn't appear on that cover is the person that takes up the entire issue. Is that right?
Starhawk.
That
Yeah,
right?
pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, because like that backup in the end kind of ends with them in a weird place too. But you're right. It's like they put most of the team on the cover, maybe because it's the last issue. But yeah, no Starhawk.
Yeah, strange.
You think they kind of had? Did they have to wrap it up quick? Maybe they just had to end it abruptly, somewhat.
Yeah, that looks like kind of a generic cover too. That may have just been like an inventory or something that they had, or a pinup or something like that.
And 62, that's weird. I mean, at least Grunwald ended Quasar at 60. So
60, yeah.
Oh, and if I did my calculations correctly, I believe when we review Quasar 60, which will be episode 150, I think it's going to hit the podcast end of January, so we'll probably record it early mid-January. So
cool. 150 episodes. We're almost at 3 years. Almost 3 years.
Oh, and just as I said that, we got a thumbs up on Facebook. Thank you, Soshin.
Awesome.
Thumbs up. He's hitchhiking, so he can't turn left. He has to jump in someone's car and ask them to turn.
Oh, good for you.
Speaking of Batman. All right, so yes. Guardians of the Galaxy 62, the final issue of this series. It says to win the War of the Worlds on the cover, but I don't think they do.
I'm kind of thinking that they kind of just stop, right?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Soshin says, hey, aren't you guys live on Get Vocal anymore? Nah, it seems more, the connection seems more stable on this side, Soshin, especially since I paid for this. So.
StreamYard.
Yeah.
Do we have to do a commercial or something for them?
No, I paid.
This is StreamYard. So please join the Capes and Lunatics Patreon so Phil can recoup his StreamYard membership.
That's right.
Thank you. All right, so yeah, this again, the realm of the future and a timeline divergent to the known Marvel universe has undergone the debilitating War of the Worlds and the destructive Badoon invasion. In response, a group of survivors has joined forces to protect the cosmos of the 31st century. The Guardians of the Galaxy. I guess no one wanted to help Starhawk find his parents.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, issue 62, July 1995. Curtain call. Plot and script. Michael Gallagher. Pencils. Kevin West. Ink. Steve Montano. Letters. Joe Rosen. Colors. Evelyn Stein. And edits. Mark Grunwald.
Yeah.
He was just like, let it die. So yeah, the first page is a lot of
recap.
Yeah. Then we get to the transform at the bottom of the page. Motivated to search for his true parents by the Hawk God, the one who knows began his primal quest. The quantum bands provided his father's identity, but at a heavy cost. The Keeper took them back by force while Eon only watched. This led to the ethereal resting place for past protectors of the universe called the White Room. There, Starhawk met his father, Quasar, and learned that his mother was the enigmatic being known as Kismet. That summoned him here to planet Vesper, the last place she was ever seen. But wait, there's more.
Which is the big golden RoboCop / Cable.
Transformer.
Yeah, Transformer. Pathbreaker now executes Prime Directive. Terminate invaders approaching Vesper, which is very different than Star Trek's Prime Directive.
Yeah. But I was going to say, did you see the title at the bottom of this first page?
Endgame.
Endgame. Everybody uses that. I mean, come on.
What percentage chance do the Guardians of the Galaxy have to win the War of the Worlds? 1 in, what did Doctor Strange say?
Was it
What?
how many million? Was it?
Yeah.
Nailed it.
So yeah, Starhawk flies away.
Target vanquished, vanished. Target vanished.
No, Starhawk simply jumped to instant light speed and spoke in the third person, which I shall begin compounding geometrically. I was merely stunned by the Pathbreaker's unexpected blow and then played possum to assess the threat. Scan the starscape all you wish. Your sensors will detect nothing. At multi-erg velocity, I cannot be seen, but make no mistake, I can be felt. As he comes crashing through its arms.
Right through his arm cannons.
Wow.
Dual armatures detached. System failure.
Within your electronic brain, did you think for a nanosecond that I could be stopped? That after having come so far and suffering through countless reincarnations, I would have the climax of my search intimidated by a machine?
Malfunction. Implosion.
Yeah, it blows it up.
That's a kind of psychotic looking little panel there. It's awesome looking, but
Psychotic or constipated, something.
Yeah.
Down below on the surface of Vesper, the penitent residents are bathed in the light of the atmospheric explosion. The dark stone edifices that have stood for thousands of years are illuminated as if by a new sun. Eyes that turn heavenward many times a day do so now for a different reason, including 2 Sisters of Mercy within the main chapel hallway.
You want me to do, I think, is that Kismet or is that the other one?
Oh, maybe that's Kismet. Is it not beautiful, Mother? Could it be a sign for me at last?
'Tis true. The one above all's beauty is all around us. But your signs, I sigh, but your signs are to be found in prayer, my child, not in gazing at the stars.
Oh, of course, Mother. How foolish I am, thinking only of myself. When will I ever learn? Will I never learn? Will Kismet ever truly know the meaning of penance? I think Planet Vesper causes everyone to speak in the third person.
Third person, I think you're right.
Still think so.
The third person. For 1,000 years, I've tried to atone for my mistakes, understand your judgment, tried to cope with my feelings. A millennium of waiting and wondering, praying. It never gets any easier to ask you to look after my baby. Huh? Is someone there playing music? Who are you? How dare you enter here?
Forgive me, my lady. All will be explained when you accompany me to a nearby solar system.
I will do no such thing. I forswore my powers when I became a Vesperian sister.
I would not have you break your vows, but accompany me you shall, as he grabs her by the hand and takes off.
Yeah, it looks like she's got some quantum Banzian bracelets.
Ooh.
And then later.
At Quasar's grave.
Yeah. In memoriam, Quasar of Earth died at the Abrogate. My poor Wendell.
He died. A protector.
How do you come by this knowledge, stranger?
Shortly after he left you on Vesper, Quasar attempted to return to Earth's War of the Worlds through quantum space, but he was exhausted and miscalculated. He emerged at the Arbor Gate. the sentient nexus point where energy and anti-energy meet. Quasar was killed. Death has a special place reserved for those chosen to wear the quantum bands. It is called the White Room. I recently encountered Quasar in this bizarre void. He spoke to me. I see you doubt me, but this is true. I did visit the White Room. My entry was gained because I briefly wore the bands with the permission of Eon.
A recap of events in issues number 60 and 61.
Speak not his vile name, Eon, the detestable cradle robber. Scant seconds after my child was born, Eon appeared above the bed and wrested the infant from the midwife. Delirious from a difficult delivery, I could not focus my energies to stop the atrocity. They took my baby away without letting me hold it once. I never even knew if it was a girl or a boy.
It was a boy.
What? You know?
His name, my name is Stakar.
My son?
Mother.
A most touching scene.
You. Eon.
Wow, looking pretty
Even.
Yeah.
evilly there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
No, like the rest of the simple life forms that inhabit this reality, you have been easily deceived. I dispatched Eon over a millennium ago. Do you not see the plants on the table in the White Room, Starhawk? That was Eon, confined with the rest of her beloved protectors. I assumed her identity in her cosmic station. It was I who convinced the Silver Surfer to abandon Earth during the War of the Worlds. Oh wait, we're not there yet. 500 years later, I arranged for Nornrad to meet Dargo, with whom he collaborated to kill Nova, as retold in Guardians of the Galaxy number 24. And yes, I misdirected Quasar to the Abrogate and stole the child from Kismet's arms. For centuries, all this was presumed to be Eon's doing. But it was me, her son, Era.
Someone made an error. Look out. My long and arduous journey has weakened me, Kismet. Only by augmenting my power with your own can we hope to defeat.
You ask too much, Stakar. My immortal soul is at stake. I cannot violate my sacred vows.
Era is upon us. I must draw his fire away from us. By the power of the Hawk God, I drive you back.
Bah! I find your choice of deity disturbing.
My burst had no effect.
You should have sat at the table with your accursed father. This will be a much more unpleasant afterlife.
Gas! Unhand me, foul creature.
Grr.
Can it be?
And Kismet takes her robe off. She's got her hand triumphantly in the air. You took my son from me once, abomination. You shan't do it again. I see it all now. This revelation is my redemption, and together we are your undoing. So speaks Kismet.
You are still capable of surprising me, female.
Silence.
But you are old, long out of practice. Easily caught off guard.
Oof.
Kismet, by the scar of eternity, if she is injured.
Fear not, my son. My indulging Ara's aggression, I have gauged his power level.
And?
We are equal to the task if we strike as one. Now.
Yeah. This tedious combat serves no purpose.
Hold fast, monster.
He's going to...
No.
He is gone.
Ara must be captured. We shall follow him, but where?
I do not know.
That's probably. Did I do that last time?
I think so, yeah, the Hawk
Okay.
Guard. No.
But I do.
Who?
I am the Hawk God, Kismet, your son's cosmic benefactor.
And my eternal tormentor as well.
Oh, down there, doesn't Kismet have?
Oh, sorry, I skipped ahead. What is your business here, winged one?
Let Stakar explain. Perhaps he finally understands why I encouraged him to research his genealogy.
Indeed, Era is engaged in a long-term subterfuge, but to what end?
His meddlings permeate the multiverse. The son of Eon obtrudes with forces beyond all comprehension. Ultimately, his temporal tampering may make him more dangerous than the protege was. The Living Tribunal himself made reference to the prophesied war of the cosmic beings, alluded to in Guardians of the Galaxy number 49, which I have been accused of plotting, when in fact it is Era who deliberately tilts the scales of multiversal balance. I may be a renegade deity, but I am no deconstructionalist. It's just an awesome line. Sorry. Strength and endurance are my hallmarks, not extinction. Era is engineering the ultimate calamity. He had intended to use you both to achieve that goal. Instead, Stakar and Kismet, you have been chosen to stop him.
My subservience is at an end. If this quest has taught me nothing else, I now understand self-reliance. I owe you nor anyone my allegiance, hawk god. If I decide to undertake the pursuit of Era, it shall be my choice, not yours.
At long last, you begin to comprehend the true meaning of being the one who knows.
Enough delay. I speak only for myself. But I shall willingly hunt down Era in whatever reality he chooses to conceal himself.
Allow me to accompany you, Kismet.
Bradley Starhawk, let us proceed together. We'll do it. For Wendell!
Bless you,
It was a
Kismet.
sneeze, but also emotional acting.
Gotcha. It was cathartic.
Yes.
Then go with my blessing. May the hunt reward you.
Starhawk and Kismet fly off together, leaving their tortured past behind. Invigorated by knowledge and irrevocably bound by blood, they look forward to the uncertainty that awaits them. It is a new beginning for mother and son, but for us, it is the end.
There we go.
Did they ever get back to that story?
I don't think so. It'd be cool to follow. Be cool to follow up on it.
Yeah.
Make something big and cosmic with Era and Epoch.
Exactly.
Maybe that's why we haven't seen Epoch in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I've thought about this for 20 years or anything. Okay.
I just wonder if the timeline changed or something,
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
that's
if I remember right, the Vance Astro from Abnett and Lanning's Guardians of the Galaxy, they found him in limbo ice, was from this timeline, right?
I think so.
I think so, because he had Cap Shield.
Mm-hmm.
But then multiple League of Starhawks showed up, or something. I don't even know what it was called, but lots of different versions of Starhawk showed up. We'll get there eventually, right?
Oh yeah. I'm just looking at this backup story. Oh, was this an oversized issue? Because it's going up to like page 39, 40. I forgot it was. I read this backup story, but it was a while ago.
Yeah, there's Nikki and.
But they're fighting the war and they crash on this planet. So what? They're basically just like shipwrecked on this planet.
Yeah.
Oh my lord! There's seven of them.
Didn't Vance Astro have a symbiote now?
Yeah, I believe that's what that black suit is. Symbiotes, jumping hosts. How that's unheard of.
Oh, we get Hollywood.
Hollywood, yeah.
And is that the mainframe? Is the Vision? That's right.
Yeah. Isn't it him without a body or something? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, we should have did that backup story just so Conan could have did Hollywood. Sounds like the title of a book or something. Conan does Hollywood. All right. So of course I know what everyone's waiting for. Ray's feedback, correct?
That's right.
All right. So let's see what our Skrullian friend Ray from Into the Night and Moon Knight podcast thought about this issue.
Hello, Quantum Zoners. Ray in the nth hour, just dropping in some feedback on Guardians of the Galaxy 62. It's the last one. It kind of wraps up everything. Well, kinda. But anyway, just thoughts on that issue. Look, to be completely honest, I think it kind of ended in a bit of a fizz. I got heavy vibes of it. I love my 90s, but this was a very Joker 90s writing. The art was very 90s as well. It wasn't necessarily bad, but the association with art and that type of writing from Gallagher, it was I thought it was quite average. The exciting bits for me were the previous issues with Starhawk finding out about our Kismet. Well, we get a bit more on the War of the Worlds here, but and even more so in the backstory with the rest of the Guardians. But even that ending for the Guardians, I mean, I was kind of reminiscing while I was reading this issue. The first few issues of it, when it started out with Jim Valentino, and I'm like, this is how they how they end the run. The characters kind of end with for me, a little bit of a, I don't know. I was about to say a whimper. It was pretty cool. Vance Astro, he seems like he's got some new suit. Looks pretty cool. I thought it was a symbiote, a Clintar, but it isn't. I like I'm even bouncing to the backstory now because there seems to be more in that. But I like the future versions of Simon Williams, Hollywood, and Mainframe Vision, which is pretty cool. I like how Vance Astro is kind of like another stepbrother or half brother for them. But anyway, going back to the Starhawk, I guess it was good to see the Hawk God. Much of it was a recap, really. I mean, Will, you would have had a field day reading the editor's note on this one as well. It's just a lot of references to previous Guardians issues. So anyway, it wasn't, I don't know, it just wasn't really a good issue for me. Starhawk, even they build up to that reveal in the previous issue for Pathfinder or Pathbreaker or something. He's kind of done away with quite easily by Starhawk, so there was no real tension there. But it was good to see Era, I guess, the son of Eon, bit of a bad one, bit of a bad glob. I'll see what you guys have to think of it. I'm assuming you guys will think it's pretty middle of the road. It's really kind of shouted out as being quite average. But anyway, not nearly enough, Quasar. Anyway, keep it quantum, and here's to the rest of the show.
You call it a glob?
Bit of a glob.
Balls down the gob.
Yeah, I mean, it was the Rays, as usual, pretty much on point, right?
Yeah.
Nailed it.
He says what we're all thinking.
Yeah.
What the F?
Again, I just wonder if they had to end it abruptly, though, too.
Yeah,
I think that
yeah, go ahead, man.
the rug sort of got pulled out from under him, and maybe that's what I'm thinking. I mean, it's two separate stories. I mean, we didn't even talk about like the backup, but it just seems like, I don't know. I mean, it's been a while since I've read the issues that led up to them being separated and stuff like this, but you would think that a team book would try to have some sort of cohesion at the end, and then it ends somewhat optimistically with a reunited mother-son adventure, but it never pays off. I've just been Wikipedia and looking if Kismet and Starhawk searching for Era ever paid off, and as far as I could find in just minutes of research.
A good hook for a future story, right?
Yeah, maybe bring it back now, 2020.
Maybe a Quasar book.
I mean, isn't Quasar rumored to be in this next Guardians series? Who knows?
Better be. Oh, but we have a Facebook question from a young man. Will, maybe you want to field this one. Soshin Smith wants to know, okay, I missed a ton. Can I get skinny on Era? I thought Eon only had Epoch.
Well,
Got his identity still.
yeah, got his identity still. My understanding is that this Eon is a different timeline Eon versus the Eon that we had in our timeline. So this Eon had Era. Our timeline, Eon had Epoch. That's at least my understanding of it.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
but they keep talking about the multiverse. You know, he's somehow has a multiversal scope or something. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
So in this timeline, it was Era who was running around naked at the library.
I guess I don't know. So Quasar was in his final costume when it showed him, helping out the people of Oshkosh, right?
Yep.
So that means he must have went through Cosmos and Collision in this timeline.
True.
Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Which means Eon would have died, so Era would have been...
Yeah, so it had to be past Infinity Gauntlet, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he met Kismet, so it had to have been at least past 28 and 29, issue 28 and 29 at least, because he knew who Kismet was.
That's true, yeah, so...
Did we get a galactic storm, or did War of the Worlds preempt that?
I don't know, that's a good... The world may never know.
But yeah, I mean, this was, for what it was, this 4-part story was pretty decent, but I cannot wait. The next, 11 weeks or something? It's just straight Quasar issues.
Quasar, yeah.
Yeah. 44 through 53. Or maybe
nice.
10, yeah. 44 next week. Conan, get your Quagmire ready.
Yeah.
Giggity.
Get a haircut for it.
Conan's gonna come in with a mohawk. We're gonna frag you.
With some, you have some chains, some leather. Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Oh, lots of big Matt Kona stuff coming up. Yeah, Quagmire. Then in a couple issues, we'll get Thunderstrike.
Oh yeah.
Thunderstrike.
Mm-hmm.
We also get the Contemplator, which is cool.
Oh my god! Oh my god! We should record on a weekend if we can, just so we could get Ray to play the Contemplator.
Contemplator,
and you know why?
Yeah, exactly why. I wonder if he has anything in his navel. Sorry.
In his navel. Up his sleeve. 30 scrolls.
See you later, bunkies.
Up my table. But yeah, lots of good stuff coming. Like I said, straight Quasar issues until we get the Star Blast.
Yeah. I know their hearts were in the right place, but
oh my lord, I was reading that this weekend. Oh my god, that some of that art is just.
I think Herb Trimp does some of it, and longtime Hulk guy, but I think he was trying to emulate some of the image artists, and it just didn't come out right. But oh well.
And those Fantastic Four Namor issues, barely had anything to do with it.
Yeah, wasn't there a Secret Defenders issue too, where they're just trying to convince the Hulk to show up, and he's like,
"Oh my lord!" I read that. Yeah, I read that too. That is so pointless. Oh my lord!
It's like Nova, isn't it? Nova's in that issue?
No, it's Nova, North Star, and the Hulk. Yeah.
So, okay. As we approach Star Blast,
Yes.
we're going to have to come up with an official checklist and order in which to read it, because the editor didn't. Right.
Well, wasn't there an order? I mean, I think I remember seeing it like a long time ago. I might have taken a picture of it in my phone.
Yeah. Let me pull.
It had the order of it. It was printed in a Marvel Age, I think.
Yeah, and
Oh,
I think
okay.
I think I took that list or one of the lists. Yeah, and that's how I put them on the schedule from that list. So
Gotcha. But then they're not labeled correctly, if I remember right.
Oh yeah, the covers. Yeah, no, because some have numbers, some are just like cross it. Yeah, but yeah, no, it goes. So if the list we were looking at was accurate, it goes Star Blast 1, Quasar 54, Secret Defenders 11, and then Namor 46, 47, Fantastic Four 385, Namor 48, Fantastic Four 386, and then it's just Star Blast, Quasar, Star Blast, Quasar, Star Blast, Quasar.
Yeah.
And then the end.
Well, yeah. Well, then we get 57, 58, 59. And then I threw in a Marvel 2-in-1 for, or no. Oh, no, I threw in 2 Marvel 2-in-1 so we could cover 60 at the end for 150.
For 150?
Yeah.
Wow. We're
like I said, I think I don't know if I said it offline, but yeah, episode 150 where we cover Quasar 60 will be, I think, the end of January. So
we've done 150 episodes of a 60-issue comic, and we're still going strong.
Oh yeah, and after that, man, we're gonna go loop back around, cover some of that old stuff we didn't hit, and then keep going. So I think after issue 60, we're gonna do like that 3-issue Defenders run back in the day.
No. Defender for a day. Yep.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to get some guests for that because wasn't Moon Knight there too?
I think Moon Knight was there, and didn't they ride horses at one point? It was so bizarre.
It's been
Gerber was writing that, didn't he?
It's been years since I read that. I only read it once. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do a reread of that.
And then let's see. After Quasar ended, Star Masters kicked up, and that started out in Cosmic Powers Unlimited, I think.
I think so. Yeah. So yeah, after we cover some old stuff, we'll get back to that Star Masters. Yeah.
And then after Star Masters, it's he showed up in Fantastic Four by Wade and Mike Wieringo.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So after we do Quasar 60, it's the 3-issue Defenders run. We'll cover Hulk 234, and then because Conan demanded it, Dazzler 9, 10, and 13.
Actually, doesn't he have a cameo in Dazzler #1 too? I don't know. I have to look that up.
maybe we'll add, if it's just like real quick, maybe we'll add it to one of those. Yeah, Marvel 2, and then Marvel 2-in-1 81, Dazzler 21. Then we get this Terminus one. It's a West Coast Avengers annual, then an Avengers annual.
Oh yeah, it was the annual crossover. There's like 4 of them, I think. There's a really cool Simonson cover, I think, on one of them.
I might have to fix this because then after those we got Mighty Thor 420 and 421, Spectacular Spider-Man 168, 169, 170. But then after that, let's see if I put this right because I have 427. But no. We did 427. Yeah, okay. That Web of Spider-Man Art Attacks. I think Kona mentioned that one. It's like Web of Spider-Man 76. Amazing Spider-Man 348.
Oh yeah,
with the Sandman.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite Avenger besides Quasar.
Another Avengers and West Coast Avengers annual. Was that the Subterranean? I forget. There's some of those crossovers. Captain America 420. I think he shows up for maybe 1 or 2 pages.
I think so. Yeah. Oh, and he shows up in the background or another cameo like in Wade and Ron Garney's run on Captain America, I think, too.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if I put that on here. Silver Surfer 111. And then we will get to Star Masters #1 on episode 174.
Ah, wow. Okay, cool.
So
wait,
so
what
once-
about the you have Cosmic Powers Unlimited in there? Because didn't the Star Masters first form?
well, I think it
or
goes.
was it
Star,
the-
I think it goes Star Masters 1 through 3, and then it goes the Cosmic Powers
Cosmic
Unlimited
Powers,
#4.
okay.
Yeah, and 5.
Gotcha.
And 2 more Silver Surfer issues. Then we get to the Heroes Reborn Avengers, that first arc.
Oh yeah, Star Knight. That's awesome.
So plan your next couple years, kids.
We have.
That's right. Matt Cohn is my indentured servant.
That's right.
All right. Anything else, boys?
I think we're good.
Yeah.
To say not a lot to say about that. I mean, it was an all right story, but again, they were like short stories in these issues. And
Yeah. I mean, maybe Monday morning quarterback, and they could have combined some things and ended it on number 60. And again, I would have liked to see the team somehow all get
Back
included,
together.
or at least
Yeah.
the recent teams. So, I don't know. But
I mean, or else they could have.
maybe they were hoping for something to spin off from this, like a Starhawk book or something. But
Maybe. Weren't they like chopping their line in half or something? It was like mid 90s.
Yeah, that was like right around the bankruptcy time, wasn't it?
I think. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It might have been one of those. Might be because of that. Probably that Quasar, a bunch of that stuff.
A lot of books got the axe. Yeah.
They should have just they could have stretched it out, so they could have tried to get Lilith for final issue 69.
Can you not talk and let me enjoy this? Pickle.
All right. So yes, everyone, come back next time. Soshin, is that you still watching? Ray, send your feedback. Next week we start Quasar 44, and our nice long Quasar run through issue 53 before we get to Star Blast. It's all Quasar every week till Star Blast.
And then it's still mostly Quasar because it's his crossover. So
yes, except for like those Fantastic Four and those Namor issues, yeah. And that's That's right.
Yep. Absolutely.
Right. So yes, send your thoughts. We need to know Ray will. So email us capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Quantum Zone on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Follow all of our links all in one convenient place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to support the sponsors: Tweaked Audio, Hunt a Killer, Pod Life the book, Volume 1 now in digital and paperback. And when you do your shopping, use the Amazon link down there in the show notes. Help support this show, the network, and Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Go back and look at my history, and you will find out I am right so much more often than I'm wrong. Mark my words.
William.
Hey, you can find me at WALLRED on Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and all those places. You can also find my self-published work, Diary of Night. There it is. Diaryofnight.com. And you can always find all kinds of really cool stuff about Quasar at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
I'll put it in my name.
Exactly.
Oh, and I started talking about all those comics you were going through, trying to decide what you're going to discuss with Ray on your.
Oh yeah, Isle of Raw segment. Yeah.
Yes. Did you pick a Final Four?
Yeah, and those are being held back until the segment. But I'm talking about these are the 16 runners-up that I'm talking about.
I saw that list. I was like, man. Of course, there's old Avengers on there. I saw that.
Yeah, I was a Marvel kid. I read a lot of Marvel. I destroyed my eyes reading the official handbook of the Marvel Universe about 18 billion times.
We're gonna have to do an issue. We're gonna have to do an episode somewhere. Just like gotta get you and Charlie on because you guys are both like big fans of that handbook.
Oh, I love
we
that.
we could do a game show out of it or something.
Oh, see which one is the handbook better.
Oh, wow. I have to study. I'd have to study. And which handbook now? Because there's the original.
We'll give you more notice.
Okay. Well, there's the original handbook, but then there's the deluxe edition, that's kind of my sweet spot. That's what I read the most of was the deluxe edition. And then Marvel started coming out. Yeah, then Marvel started coming out with like the handbooks for a year, and I've got some of those. But then they came out with the hardcovers, which I've got most of them up on the shelf up there somewhere.
What?
So yeah, we could.
I heard a few weeks ago. Was there like a volume? It was like the Book of the Dead or something, about all like the dead characters.
I think there was a Book of the Dead in the original and in the deluxe edition. But let me check on that. I can check on that.
Because I was like, man, how many times do they have to edit that book, especially for all the X-Men?
Okay. Jean Grey, they just have a drop in. She's dead. She's not dead. She's dead. She's not dead.
Dead got better. Dead got better.
Let's see.
Thurston says his money's on you, Will.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got that. No pressure, right?
Hey,
I even forgot about the Master Edition. They were all they were binders. You would tear them apart and put them in a 3-ring binder. Remember those?
So yeah, study up, Brass. Ocean's got his life savings on you. All right.
Yes, there was a Book of the Dead in both of them.
Again, it's like no one stays dead. I don't know how you do that.
Yeah, at the time.
All right, I made it. He suffered enough. Matt Kona, where can people find you?
Find me at Matt Kona on Twitter, Instagram. That's my name on Facebook. Search me, give me a friend request. We'll talk about Books of the Dead, updated and not. Floppies of those. Floppy verse, not the floppy.
He's gonna be at home reading the wrong issue of What If.
Right.
Craziness. All right.
Absolutely.
So yes, thank you everyone. We're a little punchy from that Guardians of the Galaxy, but don't fear, Quasar's back next time. Straight out of the White Room.
And into your eyeballs. No.
Goes looking for his girlfriend, goes looking for his quantum bands.
Hangs out with the Avengers a little bit.
Does he hang out or does he just call? I thought he just called.
I think he just called.
We'll find out in 1 week.
Yeah.
Runs into a big mess.
Mm-hmm. But Greenwald uses previous plot developments again to his.
All right, come
credit.
back 1 week. And remember, Quantum Zoners, who's your mama?